Hare Krishna. Today is the first session of our English class, and as an introduction, I want to say something about the class. Why have we started this class? What is our objective, etc. ISKCON is a spiritual college with English medium. If you want to help for preaching of ISKCON, we should know English. Because ISKCON, presence of ISKCON is so big now. At every corner of the world, there is ISKCON. And there are many, many exalted devotees who speaks in English language. And one thing, my Guru Maharaj was very happy when he was informed that some of his disciples are learning English for preaching in English medium. Guru Maharaj became so happy. So I thought that it may be a tribute to the lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj if we start a class in English. And also His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj, he has instructed me, inspired me to start this English class. Though I have no ability to speak good English, I have no habit also to communicate in English. But when a pure devotee orders something, then he empowers that devotee so that he can carry out his order. This is the secret behind the order of a Vaishnava. So I am depending on the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudev and other Vaishnava so that we can continue our new venture very well. And for our English medium class, we have chosen a book, namely Spiritual Connection, Understanding the Dynamics of Guru-Disciple Relationship. This book is written by Bhakti Dhira Damodar Swami Maharaj. This is an excellent book for getting the mercy of Gurudev. And the chapter 1 is discussed about surrender. Surrender. The word is very short, but the meaning is not too short. Rather, it is a very wide meaning, surrender. We shall try, according to our ability in this class, to discuss about every steps and result of surrender. Maharaj started with the story of Ramayana. When Ramchandra was just a teenager, less than 16 of his age, then once Vishwamitra Muni came to Ayodhya. King Dasarath was very, very happy when he was informed that Vishwamitra Muni came. Dasarath received Vishwamitra Muni according to Vaishnava etiquette and culture with sincere respect and obeisances. Also, King Dasarath asked Vishwamitra Muni that Munivar, please order me, please instruct me. Why suddenly you have come here? And whatever be your order, I shall carry out. Vishwamitra Muni was very much pleased. After the grand reception he received from the King Dasarath, Vishwamitra Muni told Dasarath that in my ashram within the forest, there are very dangerous demons and cannibals. And those demons, they used to pollute my whole ashram and my sacrificial arena. And it is their daily mission to disturb our sadhana. We are very much worried of their devilish activities being disturbed very, very much. I decided to come Ayodhya and to approach you for some help. King Dasarath knew the power of those demons. Very, very powerful they were. Vishwamitra Muni then told Dasarath that I came here to you with a request. What is the request? I want Ramachandra from you so that Ramachandra might kill the demons. King Dasarath was surprised because at that time Ramchandra was just a teenager, less than 16 years of age, and then he has no proper training how to fight. To the contrary, those demons were very, very powerful and very expert in fighting. Naturally, King Dasarath was very, very affectionate to his elder son Ramachandra, and he knew that Ramchandra was not of that standard to kill those demons. But Vishwamitra Muni is requesting for Ramchandra. King Dasarath was puzzled what he would say. He did not want to send Ramchandra with Vishwamitra Muni. But if he refused Vishwamitra Muni, then Vishwamitra Muni may curse him. He was so powerful Muni. Then what should he do? He was very confused. Then he went to his Gurudev, Vasishtha Muni. Hearing all these, Vasishtha Muni consoled and assured King Dasarath. He said, "My dear king, don't be afraid of Ramchandra. Vishwamitra Muni is so powerful that if he wants, he can kill all the demons. But still, he came to you. For Ramchandra, he has some noble purpose. Be assured about the safety of Ramchandra. Don't fear about him." When Gurudev said it, King Dasarath readily accepted his Guru's order. That is the meaning of surrender. Meaning of surrender means accepting Guru's order without thinking. Whatever Gurudev orders, we have to accept his order. This is the true meaning of surrender. King Dasarath exhibits his surrendering motive, surrendering attitude, and he accepted what Vishwamitra Muni wanted. And he requested, "You please take Lakshman also with Rama." Vishwamitra Muni happily agreed with that, with this. So Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman went with Vishwamitra Muni to the deep forest at their ashram, and they very easily killed hundreds and thousands of demons. Vishwamitra Muni knew who Ramchandra was. He knew very well the actual position of Lord Ramchandra. He was the supreme personality of Godhead. Then why Vishwamitra Muni wanted Lord Ram just for killing some demons? No, killing demons was not his actual purpose. His actual purpose was he wanted to be associated with Lord Ram and to serve Lord Ram. How Vishwamitra Muni served Lord Ram? He became the guru of Lord Ram because Lord Ram wanted it. So by becoming the guru of Lord Ram, Vishwamitra Muni served Ramchandra. And Lord Ram, though he was God, supreme personality, but he acted as a very, very humble disciple of a guru. Lord Ram, in this way, taught us how to serve Gurudev, how to surrender unto the lotus feet of Gurudev. King Dasarath, he also taught us how to surrender. And Lord Ramchandra, he also taught us how to surrender. Then Lord Ram and Lakshman went to Maharaj Janak. All of us know this fact. Lord Janak, Maharaj Janak has a mighty bow of Lord Shiv called Harodhanu. And there was a bridegroom selection ceremony. King Janak announced that whoever will be able to lift the bow he may marry Sita Devi. But no one was able to lift the bow. How heavy was the bow? Then Vishwamitra Muni ordered Ramchandra for lifting the bow. Again, Lord Ram taught us how to carry out the order of Guru, and he easily lifted the bow and married Sita Devi. Being the Supreme Lord, Ramchandra acted as a supreme teacher also. He instructed us. If we wanted to satisfy Lord Ramchandra, we should surrender to our Gurudev like Lord Ramchandra. So in this way, there is instances in our scriptures, many instances about the relationship of Guru and his disciple. And this relationship is standing on one word: surrender. Lord Ramchandra showed that one should always be ready to serve his Guru, even at the cost of personal inconveniences. This is very important. We should not be selective when we shall carry out the order of Guru. Disciples should have no selection regarding this. Whatever Guru orders us, we should carry out that order, even at the cost of personal inconvenience. It may be the fact that doing that particular seva, I don't like to perform that particular seva. But if Guru orders, then I have to perform that seva with 100% sincerity. Because serving the Guru is the highest and most purest activity. Who will remember the verse of 4.34 Bhagavad Gita? Please raise your hand. Is there Gokul Prabhu? Okay, Govinda Priya Mataji. Please unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. The verse is Tadvidhi Pranipatena Puri Prashnena Shevaya Upadekshakti Teganam Jnanina Tattvadarshina.
Thank you. So this verse is the key verse of first chapter of this book. We shall continue our discussion following this particular verse. Very important one. When we think about the term surrender, if we see the word through our material senses, then it may have some negative impression. Anyone may think, oh, surrender. If I surrender, I may be exploited by someone. If I surrender, someone may abuse me, someone may compel me to do some mischief, etc. So from the angle of material senses, surrender may have some negative impression. But if we think the term from the spiritual angle of view, then surrender means love, surrender means care, surrender means affection, surrender means protection, and so on. When a child surrenders to his parent, what he gets from his parents? Protection, affection, love, caring, and so on. So we also like the child in front of our guru. And when we shall surrender to our guru, then we should have all those protections and so on. So all of us are very much agree with that we should surrender. Then why shall we discuss about the term? What is the significance for investing so much time for discussing this particular term? Already we are agreed with it. Yes, we are discussing this term because though we are agreed that we should surrender, but we don't know how to surrender exactly. And to surrender is not a very easy job. Rather, it is a very, very difficult job. So we have to discuss, we have to think about the term, about the process, about the result very elaborately. Otherwise, how shall we be able to surrender properly? It is not so easy. Rather, it is very, very tough, very difficult. And this is our disease. Our disease is not to surrender to Krishna. This is our disease. And we are here, we are in this material world because of that disease. When we were in spiritual world, we denied to surrender to Krishna. We revolted. And we tried to enjoy independently. So Krishna sent us in this material world. So our disease is not to surrender. But the scriptures are demanding us to surrender to Gurudev. Theoretically, we are agreed with it. But theoretical agreement and practical implement are not same. Rather, there are huge difference between theoretical agreement and practical implement. So we have to learn the process of practical implement. We have to learn the process. Maharaj put a very good heading, opening up the inner locks. Inner locks. There are many types of locks, and we have to open the locks one by one. That is our duty. Maharaj said that surrender is based on a tremendous sense of selflessness. And the foundation of surrender is the sense of genuine appreciation of what Krishna and Guru have done for us. This is very, very important, I think. At first, in the beginning, we may not be able to surrender properly. Then what shall we do? What is the process to move forward? The process is, firstly, we have to appreciate what Gurudev has done for us, what Krishna has done for us. Gurudev, Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, and all the Acharya, all the exalted devotees, they have done a lot for us. Consider about their contribution to our life. Consider about the contribution of Srila Prabhupada. Think about the contribution of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Shara Goswami, and all the gurus and ISKCON, acharyas of ISKCON. Throughout their lives, they labor hard to preach Krishna consciousness. And due to their hard labor, now ISKCON is so big and we are getting the result of their labor. Now ISKCON is so big society, so aristocrat society. Even non-devotee people, they respect every devotee of ISKCON. We have seen it. Why? Because of the hard labor of our Guru Brindo, Acharya Brindo. So we have to first appreciate their effort for our benefit. And when this appreciation will be very, very deep, then it will be converted into surrender. Thinking about their contribution to us, we may have a desire to serve them, to abide by them. And this will be the foundation of surrender. So we have to first think about their contribution very deeply. This is the basic work we have to perform. And the magical thing is, the more we surrender to the spiritual master, the more Krishna takes care of us. Hare Bol. The more we surrender, the more will be the love of Krishna for us. The more will be the caring of Krishna for us. If you surrender 10%, Krishna will care of you 10%. If we surrender 90%, Krishna will take care of us 90%. So it is in our hand. If we want 100% of Krishna's care, we have to surrender 100%. And the very important thing is, if we want to abide by our Guru's order at the cost of our inconvenience, at the cost of our discomfort, then we shall have more blessings of our Guru.
Long time.
So when we shall have any order from our Gurudev, we must not think about our comfort or convenience or liking or etc. Whenever we shall see the order of Gurudev, we shall rush to carry out the order. Very simple. We should not think whether we shall be able or not, whether it will be convenient to me, whether I am at all capable for doing that or not. We should never consider those, because when Guru orders something, then he also empowers us so that we can carry out the order. That is the Guru's mercy. Don't think of our personal ability. Just think about Guru's mercy. As Guru is very dear to Krishna, so Guru has unlimited power. So he can unlimitedly empower us for carrying out his order. We have to believe to this fact. Then we shall easily perform any impossible job. Srila Prabhupada declared it again and again that whatever he had done, this is due to the mercy of his Gurudev. Because his Gurudev ordered him that you are learned person, you know English very well, so preach Krishna consciousness in English language. And when he ordered his disciple, he empowered also his disciple. That is the secret. So we have to accept this shastric injunction, and we shall try our best for carrying out the order of Gurudev. The process of surrender. Already we have discussed why shall we surrender. Now we shall discuss how shall we surrender. That is the process of surrender. Maharaj said very nicely. Maharaj said surrender is not a one-day event. It is not a T20 match. Rather, it is test cricket. And according to the verse of 4.34 Bhagavad Gita, Maharaj said surrender has 3 phases: pranipata, pariprashna, and seva. 3 phases. Complete package of surrender depends on these 3 phases. Principle of surrender in action sequentially repeat in a cycle. Cycle of these 3 performance: pranipat, pariprashna, and seva. We have to accept those 3 steps. If we miss anyone, then we cannot surrender properly. We have to accept all of 3 steps, not any one of our own choice. We should have not any choice regarding surrender. First one is pranipata. What is this? Maharaj said, Gurudev has seen the truth, absolute truth, and we are the seeker of the truth. So the seeker of truth must approach the seer of the truth to become able to see the truth. Very nice word. Seeker of the truth must approach the seer of the truth to become able to see the truth. Gurudev has already seen the truth. He had seen the Krishna. He has known Krishna very well. And we want to see the truth. We want to see Krishna. We want to know Krishna. So we approach to Guru for seeing Krishna, for seeing absolute truth. Because Guru knows about the path better than we do, better than us. We don't know what is the actual path to see the truth, but Gurudev know very well what is the actual path. So we approach to Guru and we beg his mercy. How should we beg? Through pranipata. This is the symbol of our begging. Declaration to Gurudev that we are begging for your mercy. Obeisances. Offering obeisances, that is pranipata, and that is the declaration of voluntarily giving up self-independence. We are not independent. Rather, at each step, we depend on the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Materialistic people, they may think that they are independent. They may think that independent is our birthright. Bal Gangadhar Tilak said, Swaraj is our birthright. But we used to say Krishna Raj is our birthright, not Swaraj. Okay. So this is the significance of obeisances. But one thing we have to consider very seriously, what is mechanical obeisances and what is actual obeisances. Obeisances is not just a ritual. We lay down on the floor. Laying down on the floor is not all about obeisances. When we want to sleep, we also lay down. That is not obeisances. It is not a ritual only. Obeisances means we have surrendered our body, our mind, our soul. There is a Bengali poet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he took initiation from his Gurudev. He offered obeisances and prayed, এই আমি দেহ সমর্পিলু তোমারে, মহামায়ার কারাগার হতে উদ্ধারেহ মোরে. My dear Gurudev, I am surrendering my body to your lotus feet. Now please rescue me from the jail of Mahamaya. This should be our prayer to our Gurudev. This should be our mentality when we should offer obeisances to our Gurudev. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has taught this. But if you just surrender mechanically, if we just offer obeisances mechanically, without any heart, without right mentality, then we will have no profit. Our heart will remain dirty, and Krishna will reject our heart to enter, because Krishna would not like any dirty place to reside. So we should offer our obeisances with true mentality, with true attitude, not mechanically but actually. That is pranipata. Second is pariprashna. After obeisances, we should inquire submissively on spiritual subject to Gurudev, not about financial matter, not about physical matter. My dear Gurudev, I have a headache, please prescribe some medicine. That should not be our prayer. My dear Gurudev, which share is very good, I have to invest in share market. That should not be our prayer. Our prayer should be, please rescue me from the jail of Mahamaya. So we should inquire to Gurudev submissively on spiritual subject. Subject matter will be only spiritual, not any material. Gurudev is not so cheap to discuss about some material matter which is temporary. We shall discuss about the matter which is eternal. The desire to inquire from the spiritual master is essential factor for progressing towards our goal. We have to inquire. And our spiritual progression, our system of progression, it depends on the question answer method. And our scriptures also. Our scriptures are made on question answer basis. Bhagavad Gita, question answer. Srimad Bhagavatam, question answer. So we have to put question in front of Gurudev. And when Gurudev would see our humility, our humbleness, our sincerity, then he will bestow his mercy. Because the transcendental knowledge, we cannot have that knowledge by our own intellect. It is not possible. It is not some scientific phenomena that we shall try to convey, try to realize that phenomena by your intellect. Transcendental knowledge will be revealed in our heart only when Gurudev bestow his mercy. And when Gurudev would see our humility, our sincerity, our true, our obeisances in true senses, then he would bestow his mercy. And then only that knowledge will be revealed in our heart. Dibbo Gyan Hriday Prakashito. We are discussing about the complete package of surrender, pranipat and pariprashna. We have already discussed. The left one is seva. As per the level of the disciple, Guru gives some seva. Not to everyone. Because if we fail to perform the seva, it will be a great offense to the Gurudev. So Gurudev never gives seva to every disciple. But when Gurudev feels that some disciple is very, very sincere and they are able to perform the seva, then Gurudev may give him some instruction. To execute those instructions faithfully, sincerely, that means to rendering seva. To carry out the instruction means to rendering seva. So first we should pranipat, then we should inquire, and then according to our level, Gurudev may give some seva, and we, if we render that seva, that is our ultimate benefit. And the purpose of any seva should be wholly to make the Gurudev happy. We shall perform every seva to satisfy Guru and Krishna, not to satisfy other, not for getting claps from the audiences. No. We shall perform kirtan to satisfy Guru and Krishna, not from admiration from the audiences. We have to remember the main purpose of every seva. Mechanical service and devotional service, we have to understand the difference between those terms, which is mechanical service and which is devotional service. Sometimes some mechanical service looks like devotional service, but actually that is not. What is the differences? In mechanical service, there are no intention to satisfy Guru and Krishna. There may be intention of satisfy him, satisfy any other, maybe to his friend, maybe to boss, and any other. So apparently, it may look like we are rendering devotional service. But if our intention is to satisfy any other person, then that is not devotional service, rather that is mechanical service. For example, we are cooking, but our attitude is there are some guests in our house. And when I am cooking, my sole attitude is to satisfy my guest. I cooked, then I offered to Krishna. So one may think that I am have performed some devotional service. I cook for Krishna. But as there was intention in my heart to satisfy my audiences, not to satisfy Krishna, so my cooking was merely mechanical service, not devotional service. Krishna is within our heart. He is observing what is going on inside and what is going on outside. Everything. We cannot hide anything from Krishna. That is not possible. We cannot. So what was our intention? My dear devotees, we have to conscious every time. Am I doing it for Krishna, for satisfying Krishna and Gurudev? Srila Prabhupada said many times, do this service in Krishna consciousness. What is the meaning of it? Do the job in Krishna consciousness. Cook the food in Krishna consciousness. Do the business in Krishna consciousness. What is the actual meaning? The meaning is we should perform our duty, our official duty. We should do our business. We should take care of our child, our parent. We should do everything to satisfy our Gurudev and Krishna. And although I have no ability to speak in English, I don't know English, my knowledge is very poor, but still I am trying to do this English class to satisfy my Gurudev. And that is my only hope, that I may be able to continue the class. Because Gurudev wanted it very much, that all of you should learn to speak in English and should preach Krishna consciousness in English throughout the world. So all of us should have the desire in our every step, maybe in office, maybe in house, maybe in temple, so that our work may satisfy Krishna and Gurudev. That is the key of our success. And that is the actual meaning of doing any service in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, that service will be mechanical service. Even our arati may be mechanical service. Even our archan may be mechanical service. Kirtan may be mechanical service. Cooking may be mechanical service. And Guru Krishna will never be satisfied for our mechanical service. We have to be very serious about it. We should perform every duty in Krishna consciousness. When we do our office job, we shall do it so nicely that Krishna will be pleased. Maybe my colleagues, they are not doing it so nicely. They are not very serious about office job, but we should be very serious. Okay, Mataji asked about whom I am talking. Actually, Srila Prabhupada and my Gurudev also. I am talking about the order of my Gurudev, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Guru Maharaj wanted us to preach Krishna consciousness in English throughout the world. Actually, every Gurudev wants it. Guru means tattva. There are no two Guru. Guru is one. That is Paramatma. Guru is the expansion of Paramatma. Paramatma is one. So Gurudev is one. Every Gurudev talked in same language, ordered, instructed us, or their attitude, their consciousness, everything are same. So we should perform every activity, every duty in Krishna consciousness. We should ask ourselves, I am doing this. Is Krishna happy with my job? Is Krishna happy with my cooking, with my dancing, with my kirtan, with my business? We have to consider it at each step, every step. And that will uplift our consciousness. So these three activities, pranipata, pariprashna, and seva, they should be accepted as a package. As a package. And it is a scientific process for surrendering ourselves. Total surrender means to perform these three activities totally. And in true sense, not mechanically, but in Krishna consciousness. So 1 hour is finished. We may stop here for today because it may take another hour to complete the chapter, or at least half an hour. Have you any question or comment? You may raise your hand. Shreyashi, unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanwa Pranam. Prabhuji, in the beginning of the lecture, you noted a point that Sri Dasharat Maharaj was very loving towards his son Ramachandra. But in the previous Bhagavatam class, you have mentioned one point that Dasharat Maharaj, in Dasharat Maharaj's family, Lord Ramachandra was worshipped for generations. So how could he not realize that it was his own son, Ramachandra, the Lord himself?
Very good question. Thank you for reminding the previous Bhagavatam class. Actually, this is the effect of Yogamaya. Okay, Yogamaya. The gopis are eternal associate of Krishna. But according to the effect of Yogamaya, gopis did not know that Krishna is the God. Actually, Krishna never want that we see him as God. Krishna wanted us to see him as our friend, as our son, as our boyfriend, as our Lord, etc. We human, we always want that others should see us as Lord. But Krishna never wants this. Krishna wants that we should consider him maybe as our boyfriend, maybe as our son, our friend, etc. So this is the action of Yogamaya, that he often makes us forgetful about the actual position of Lord Ramchandra or Lord Krishna Chandra. Okay. Thank you for your nice question. Santosh Prabhu, please unmute.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you for your kind efforts and speech. We thoroughly revise our previous classes, so we are also benefit from your kind speech. Thank you, Gurudev.
Okay. As you are present, all of you are present, and all of you are just tolerating me, my inability. So this is my inspiration. I am trying to giving some words about surrender. Thank you.
We also achieve spiritual knowledge that is more easy through our class.
Okay. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Shubhra Devidasi Mataji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. What is the meaning of transcendental knowledge, Prabhuji, in Bengali?
Spiritual knowledge.
Spiritual knowledge.
Trans means to overcome. Okay. To overcome which? To overcome this material world. So, after overcoming the material world, we should go where? We should go to spiritual world, that is transcendental world. So transcendental means to overcome the spiritual area, material area, that is spiritual. Okay. Urpitatma Gaurdas Prabhu, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please take my hand. Yes. Prabhuji, my question is that since I come in Krishna consciousness, whatever Guru instruct us that what are the rules or regulations that there in Krishna consciousness, we're trying our best to follow that. Someday very good or sometime so. So in that point, like from regarding myself, in which point I am in that in Krishna consciousness according to the surrender.
Please repeat your question. In which point?
In which point I am in the surrender, like in a the person is surrender where I mean to say.
Okay.
How I recognize that where I'm in the regarding surrender, because whatever the Gurudev instruct us, we are trying to best or sometime best or sometime not. So in this way, that how I will recognize that where I'm in that according to the surrender.
Okay, very nice question. How shall we judge ourselves? How much we surrendered? That is the question. We have to judge ourselves how or to which extent we are now able to see the absolute truth, or to able to see Krishna, able to know Krishna. When we surrender 50%, then we shall have 50% mercy of Gurudev, and 50% of transcendental knowledge, 50% of Krishna consciousness will be there in my heart. So we may judge ourselves on that angle of view, that how I am attached to Krishna, how I am attached to Gurudev. And one point very, very important. One point very, very important is that Are not everyone muted? Mute everyone. One more thing is very important, that we have to serve our Gurudev. Even that service may not be very preferable to me, but still, as the order of the, if Gurudev orders, we shall perform that service very seriously. When at the cost of my inconvenience, I shall go forward to serve my Gurudev, Gurudev will be doubly happy. That is the domain of examination, whether I am serious about surrendering or not. Gurudev may take some examination. Guru and Krishna may give him some job through any devotee, through my temple president, through my Sankirtan leader, through anyone, any devotee. He may give me some service which is not preferable to me. And if we want to render the service at the cost of our inconvenience, our discomfort, then it will please our Gurudev and Krishna very, very much. Now we may judge whether I am agree to serve my Gurudev at cost of my discomfortness. So in this way, we may judge ourselves. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu, for your nice question.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Tulasi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Why have you not put your name? Vivo Y100A. What is this?
Sir, some problem arose. I put my name also.
Okay.
Prabhuji, this class gave me transcendental pleasure. And I joined this class for this purpose. ISKCON stands for International Krishna Consciousness. So we can connect through world by this language. So I joined this class. And I want to continue my classes in spite of my shortcomings English language.
Okay. Please try to continue. That will be my pleasure.
Dhanavad Pranam.
Okay, Hari Bol. Rangaleka Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Firstly, I am very thankful to you for this class. And here, single question that how could I understand that Gurudev as well as Krishna pleased by our service, by my service? How could I understand the feedback impact?
Yes, which is also a very important question. When Guru and Krishna would be pleased for my service, then I should have much more inspiration to render some more service. That inspiration is for the mercy of Gurudev. If we should have so much inspiration that we want to render service more and more, then we may consider that Gurudev is pleased to me and Gurudev has inspired me to service more and more. Who does not want to serve, that means he has not got the mercy. Actually, it is cumulative effect. If you want to serve, you will have mercy, and by that mercy, you will want to serve even more, and then you will get more mercy, and then you will have a desire to serve more. In this way, the pure devotees, they want to serve 24 hours. They don't want to sleep. Srila Prabhupada, he take a sleep for just 2 hours. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also. So they pleased their Gurudev so much that they got so much inspirations. They wanted to serve almost 24 hours a day. We also have instances of Arjun. Arjun wanted to serve Krishna 24 hours. Even when Arjun slept, then also he served Krishna. So in that way, we may try to convince whether Gurudev is pleased or not. Okay. And one thing is Dibbogan Hriday Prakashito. When we shall have transcendental knowledge in our heart, then that is for the mercy of Gurudev. So our heart will say Gurudev is pleased or not. Okay. So surrender is not complete today, but we shall try to surrender fully, not half. Our syllabus may be half completed, but we should not surrender in halfway, rather in full way. Okay. So we shall complete the rest chapter the next class. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha putitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Anantagati Vaishnava Brinda ki jai. Srila